high school and college especially, if you're thinking about CIA, the thing that takes courage is not being a dumbass.
I actually had my very first
That's
thought
the thing.
when
That's
I
the
read
thing that takes the most courage.
when I read the question. My very first thought was, "Don't do a bunch of drugs."
Seriously, don't do a bunch of drugs. CIA has no problem with people who have experimented with drugs.
Yeah.
They have a major problem with people who have become addicted or abuse or sell, right, illegal substances.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? You want to smoke pot now? Well, pot's not even illegal in most states.
Right.
But whatever experiments you want to do, you did some hard drugs. You experimented with some very hard drugs when you were in high school and college.
Mm.
And then it came out in the polygraph, and that's it. Done, right? I have been drug-free my whole life until you give me permission to actually finally enjoy some drugs.
Not going to happen. Sorry to tell you.
Maybe I didn't marry the right person. But yeah, so I've been drug-free, so I didn't have to worry about the drug question going in. But we've had so many people who we've worked with who all had drug histories.
Yeah.
They just, all it was experimental, and they were very honest about it, right? So you don't want to do drugs. You don't want to get bad grades.
Yeah.
Right? So if you choose a major that isn't right for you, if you study something that you're not good at, you're going to screw yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't want to get into the position where you start having babies too early.
Mm-hmm.
Not that CIA has any problems with people who have children. They have no problem with parents. But the amount of demand that is asked of you in your first few years of CIA, if you have children, it's really hard to put CIA above your children in those first few years that you're actually recruited, right? Not to mention the fact that your whole life changes when you have kids. Mm-hmm. So if you're trying to build a life that's going to be, dedicated in service to the country, remember, core values of CIA, second core value, service.
Yep.
Which means you don't count to you. Your family is not nearly as important. Yourself, you're not as important. Your goals, your dreams, your hopes, your ambitions, nothing is more important than the mission. Mm-hmm. That's what it means to put service before self. That's what it means to have service as a core value at CIA. So if you have anything you care about other than the mission, it's going to be a hard fit. But yeah, you're exactly right. It takes courage to lean into who you actually are.
Yes.
It takes courage to do the things that you really want to do that are not easy. It's really hard to be in college and go overseas. It's really hard to graduate college and take a year off to travel the world. It's hard. But if it's something you want, mm-hmm. do it. Do it because it's going to make your application package to CIA stand out among the rest. If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.